No, that was not Wild Thoughts, you wild thoughts! What's up, YouTube? It's another beautiful day, and today we're taking a trip down memory lane. So let's get it started. Woo! The 90s, the decade that I was born in, and the greatest decade of all time. The 90s was a time where things were a lot simpler and, in my opinion, a lot more fun. Now, I'm sure that there's a lot of 90s babies watching this, and I'm sure y'all will stand with me when I say that our time, the 90s, was freaking amazing. In today's video, I'm gonna list a few things that represent what it was like growing up as a 90s baby. First up, television shows. Now, I remember back in the 90s, before cable, there were so many great shows on Fox 26 Kids, UPN 20, WB 39 before it was CW. For us kids, we had shows like Tom and Jerry, Popeye, Woody Woodpecker. I don't know if y'all knew Mighty Max or Biker Mice from Mars, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and everybody knew it's Morphin' Time, Power Rangers. Who didn't know Power Rangers? I remember being a young kid and just, with all my might, with all my heart, all I wanted to be was a frickin' Power Ranger. But specifically, I wanted to be Tommy Oliver. I wanted to be the Green Ranger or the White Ranger. All the girls wanted to be the Pink Ranger. And I'm telling you, Kimberly, the original Pink Ranger, that was every 90s boy's first wet dream. I wanted to be the White Ranger so bad, just to be able to morph into the White Ranger. I even have, this is actually an antique. This is the original White Ranger sword. This is Saba, and I was just, oh my god, on the playground, I would bring this to school, knowing I wasn't allowed to bring toys or toys that represented weapons to school. Even when this movie came out, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, it was so crazy. Everyone was lining up. Even adults wanted to see this movie. I remember lining up with my parents outside of the movie theater just to watch this movie, and I'm pretty sure I watched it 3 times. The other television show that was driving the world crazy in the 90s was Pokemon. Who didn't know about Pokemon? You know, it started off with the television show, you know, Ash and Pikachu, you know, you just fell in love with the characters and you just wanted to collect Pokemon. You wished that Pokemon were real. And then they released Pokemon trading cards. That's when it got really interesting. I remember everyone was collecting these cards, and when I first got mine, all I wanted to do was play with them. I wasn't worried about collecting them. I wanted to challenge people to fight me with my set of Pokemon. But no, nobody did that. Everybody was like, no, they're meant to be collected. They're meant to be put in blenders and not touched by human hands. And I was like, are you freaking crazy? Let's battle. But then, of course, Game Boy solved that problem and gave us Pokemon on Game Boy, the video game. You'd have like 2 Game Boys attached by a wire and you'd battle random people like, hey, you, I want to battle you. Let's see what you got. The thing is, like, people collected Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Thinking that one day it would be like super valuable and you could sell it on eBay or sell it to like collectible places and you'd get a ton of money. Wrong. But off the whole card thing, back to the shows. There were shows like Full House, Step by Step, Saved by the Bell, Sister Sister, Martin, Family Matters, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But in my opinion, the 90s birthed the greatest show that will ever be on television. And that show is Friends. Let me tell you how much of a fan of Friends I was. I had all 10 seasons of Friends on DVD before it came out on Netflix many years later. So if you ever catch me inviting a girl to Netflix and chill, that really translates to let's watch Friends and laugh at Chandler. Second subject, technology. Y'all see this? Now I'm pretty sure some of you young fetuses out there are probably like, ooh, what's he holding? Is that like a PS5? Is that a DVR? What is that contraption? No, this is actually a VHS or a VCR. This thing used to play tapes, not CDs, tapes. But yeah, that used to play these VHS tapes. We didn't have DVD players or Blu-ray players or PlayStations back then. No. Back then, there was no menu, scene selection, play movie. No. You had to press stop and rewind if you wanted to watch the movie again. Now, even the cell phones back then were different. We didn't have, iPhone 7 or iPhone 8 or iPhone X. No. We had flip phones. We had phones with tiny little screens and tiny little buttons, and the coolest thing on there was the game Snake. Being a 90s baby and growing up, I thought I was the coolest kid ever because I had the most advanced cell phone back then. This thing. I'm pretty sure some of you know what this is. This is the Motorola Razr. Yeah. Cool big screen like that. Ooh, really cool. It had games on it. You could take pictures with it. Oh yeah, and that thing behind me, that flat screen, we didn't have that back then. We had box televisions. Yeah, ooh, it's in color. Ooh, it's not in black and white no more. Ooh, technology's crazy. Subject number 3, politics. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Alright, maybe I did. Subject number 4, school. Alright, in elementary school, you had 3 activities that you could do on different days of the week. It was either PE, art, or music. Art was to me. Music, I loved singing, I loved playing instruments, so that was pretty cool. But my favorite, and I'm pretty sure everyone's favorite, was PE. There were so many activities in PE that I remember to this day. One of them was that whole parachute thing where the whole class would pick up the parachute and make it flop up like that. Sometimes he'd put bean bags in the middle so the bean bags would fly in the air. People would go under the parachute. It was a lot of fun. It was colorful. It was cool. Alright, I don't know if any of y'all ever did this activity during PE, but it was my favorite one. You sat down on these roller scooters on the ground, you held the left and the right side, and you raced your friends across the gym. That was so much fun. That's my most memorable part of PE in elementary. During recess, I remember in the 90s, there were 2 obsessions that I kind of really didn't understand. Those 2 obsessions, besides Pokemon and blah blah blah, it was Pogs and yo-yos. Okay, so Pogs was you had a board, right? And you had these little circular pieces with pictures on them of cartoons. Then you had a metal piece. You laid your little cartoon Pogs down and you slammed the metal piece, and whatever flipped over, that's what you would get. It was sort of weirdly, it was like gambling, at a very young age for little circular cartoon Pogs. But the kids would be going crazy on the playground with these yo-yos, comparing it. Oh, mine lights up. Look at this. Look at the tricks I can do. And I'm like, what's the big deal here? Subject number 5, and in my opinion, the most important one, music. Well, how am I gonna do this? Alright, I got it. Look, we're gonna have a little game here, okay? I'm gonna play a small segment of a song, and you guys tell me what song that is. Song number 1. Now, I'm sure some of you got it right, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you thought it was that parody song that went like this. Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. No. That was a popular song in the 90s called Too Close by Next. That was my jam back in the day, even though I'm pretty sure I didn't understand the message of the song until I was older. Okay, song number 2. No, that was not Wild Thoughts, you wild thoughts. That was Maria Maria by Carlos Santana featuring the product G&B. That was the jam back in the day. And then they remade it into Wild Thoughts, which I'm sure a lot of you viewers thought it was. You know what I actually noticed throughout the years? The trending hit songs of today are just remakes of old classics. But yeah, if you're a 90s baby like me, I'm pretty sure you say to yourself sometimes, oh, how times have changed. Alright, so I hope y'all like this video. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I can't wait to do more videos for you guys. Leave in the comment section other video ideas you guys have for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little blast from the past, because I enjoyed talking to you guys about it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a millennial, a 90s baby, a 80s baby, a 70s baby, as long as you don't forget, love is the most important thing on this earth. So 2 things, live to love and love to live. It's the only L that matters, so hold it for me.